All right, hockey fans. Boy, oh boy, here we go. This is going to be fun. I am loving this. Just no stress. Hockey, playoff hockey, with no stress, no heart palpitations, no stomach ache. I'm not sitting there soaked in sweat by the middle of the first period. It's just watch the game and smile. It's beautiful. So, Bruins, Leafs, which one of y'all, because like I've been saying, if the Leafs win tonight, no matter what happens after that, history will repeat itself because either the Leafs will come back from a 3-1 deficit only to lose in Game 7 at Boston, or Boston will choke away another 3-1 series lead. Ain't no avoiding that, but the Leafs have to win this game tonight. And on this hand, everything that I've known about sports and life and chaos and all of that tells me the Leafs will win this game. On the other hand, everything about the Leafs' history, with the exception of when they're down 3-1 to Boston, tells me that they would lose this game, but they were down 3-1 to Boston. So when you add it all up, take all of your money and don't bet it. And put it under the bed and then bet like $5 in the Leafs to win tonight. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, Matthews is still not in, and boy, oh boy, would not be something if they pulled off winning 2 in a row as soon as he left the lineup. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm glad I'm a Panther fan if that happens, because when it first happened and he was sick, people like he's sick, and now the longer this is going on, there's rumors and innuendo about different injuries and illnesses or whatever. Somebody said he's got food poisoning. I don't know. I don't know the guy. I'm not there, and I ain't scrolling Twitter all day to figure it out. I'm not going. I would normally say Kachuk had a broken sternum. But the same thing with Matthews, like if he's spewing fluids all over the ice because he can't play, you know what I'm saying? It's probably not good either, So for whatever reason, he's out, and I suppose when the Leafs season ends, maybe we'll get to hear about that. Other than that, I did not check the goalies before I came in here, so I don't know if it's Swayman or Ullmark. So that leaves me in a position of saying what I would have done in this point, which is I probably would have stayed with Swayman anyway. I know he lost the last game, but it ain't like he got banged around. It ain't like he got rolled, you know what I mean? So I would stick with Swayman. Ullmark has been in the playoffs both seasons, and Swayman's the future there anyway. So I would just say stick with him at this point. And last thing, just like last game, Nylander, Marner, or Tavares. Now, last game, it was Tavares picking it up. And it wouldn't surprise to see me. It wouldn't surprise to see me. What? I wouldn't be surprised to see if it was him again. Let's move on to the second. I can't talk. It's the Bruins hat. It's because I'm wearing it for all this clout and attention. That's why I can't speak. So, no score after one. Shots are 12-1 Toronto. Boston just can do nothing. Toronto's defense is absolutely suffocating them. And Boston is not exactly trying to get physical, or they just look listless out there. It's the craziest thing. And what's keeping them in the game is Swayman. Swayman has showed up, but nobody else has showed up. All right. Move on to second period. All right. Boy, are we headed for one hell of a fun, epic, historical, spectacular, fantastic third period. I can't be wrong. I can't be wrong, right? Unless, Toronto just gets 4 more and it's 5-0 by, 10 minutes left, and I don't think that's going to happen. Basically, Boston dominated that entire period, and, Toronto just, dangled it in front of them. You, want to win the game, Boston? You guys want to win the game? Come on. Oh, look, it's a save. And, right with a minute left, Nylander from basically outside the circle just gets it short side. It was deflected. McAvoy ran into it basically in front, deflects it past Swayman, and we are one good Toronto Maple Leaf period away from Game 7 on Saturday, and I can't be happier. Couldn't be happier. Oh, come on. I know I got the Bruins head on. I've explained it enough. Which, by the way, now there have been 2 Bruins fans who said, I'm only wearing the Bruins hat for clout and attention. You guys are some cocky son of a bitches for a team that, well, I won't say anything because we might still have to play you. But I'm just wondering, the hat, that's what's going to do it, right? Not Kermit, not none of that is interesting enough to have ever gotten me attention is the Bruins hat. Let's move on to the third period. Well, Toronto. I usually save the claps, but 2-1. Boston, dude. That was a stupid move. Scoring with a .1 with a tenth of a second left. They score a goal. So they take away Wolves' shutout, which now that's just going to piss them off for Game 7, you dumbasses. If you would have let them have his shutout, then there's nowhere to go for him but worse in Game 7. But no. Oh, wow. I cannot express as a Panther fan how much enjoyment I am getting out of just sitting down every night with ice cream and donuts and watching these 2 teams beat the shit out of each other. But it's good hockey, but this is great. And I know, look, it's early in the playoffs. I don't know how much of an advantage it's going to be. We're going to be a little bit rusty. Whoever wins this will be beat up, but fresh. So by the middle of the second period of Game 1, it's even again anyway. But I'm enjoying this because, like I've been saying, I've been making content about this last couple days. And now that's it. It is a guarantee that history is repeating itself. Guarantee. Either Boston chokes it again or Toronto in Game 7 at Boston after coming back from 3-1 loses it again. No matter what happens, it's so beautiful. And the Matthews thing. The Matthews thing is just, now this is 2 games in a row, and as soon as Matthews is off the ice, the Leafs are playing like a very well-oiled, speak, Jaws. They are playing like a very well-oiled machine without Matthews. Everybody's pulling their weight. There's no stragglers. There's no passengers. Everybody's playing well. So he's already most likely out for Game 7. So then what happens if he gets better? You guys win Game 7. He gets better. You put him back in the lineup against Florida, and it's like it was against Boston in the beginning again. You can't. What are you gonna do? Trade Matthews? I mean, this is just. It's just crazy. And on the other hand of it, Boston. I mean, look. It was the Panthers doing this to you last year. Okay. And I'm not about to be sitting here going, and laughing because you could still beat the Leafs and playoffs. So I'm not going to do that. But how? How do you even get this close to allowing this to happen again? I don't understand. Forget the fact that it's hockey. Just in life in general, for any of us, not just professional athletes, but for any of us, if we do something like what the Bruins did in making that major mistake of losing a series after being up 3-1, most of the time, regardless of what the circumstance is or who the person is, the next time that same exact circumstance presents, you're like, look, you ain't going to get me again. I learned my lesson. But I'm telling you, it's like watching the duplicate of last year's series with the Panthers, except there was a lot more scoring, right? It wasn't so much a goaltending battle. Certainly not in Game 6. I think that was 7-5. That was back and forth and back and forth. So, the style of play is a little bit different, but it's the same circumstance where every time Boston either needs to elevate their play, they cannot, or when they do, they have a breakaway or whatever it is, they just can't finish. they've got 99.5% of what you need to have a long run. But that extra 5%, that little bit, that just, you need that little bit more to finish a series off as a collective group. They don't have it. I mean, they have allowed 4 goals in 2 games, including overtime, and they've lost both games. I mean, generally speaking, in the playoffs, those kind of numbers, this series should have been gone and done long ago. But Toronto is still holding on. I think it's beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now all we need is, I don't know. Dallas and Vegas. I was hoping for a Game 7 on Sunday, but I will trade that for Dallas just eliminating them, which I don't think that's going to happen. I think Vegas will win at home. But back to this one. Nylander, by the way, twice, right? So both games, one of the big threes had to step up in Matthews' absence. But defensively, look, I mean, I'm watching defensively what they're doing to the Bruins, and I want to play the Bruins. Because if the Leafs defense can do that to the Bruins, so can we. You know what I mean? They're playing well. They are playing like a well-oiled machine now that Matthews is out. It is the strangest thing, but it also makes sense because if you remember my conspiracy theory from the video I did yesterday, my theory was the Leafs figured out that Matthews was causing everybody else to not play high, at a high enough level, so they yanked him so everybody else would work together. And I'm pretty sure they didn't do it on purpose, but it's working. It's working. So it's just beautiful. Oh, this is just fantastic. I'm having so much fun watching these games. Like I've been saying, the Panthers, we have never been just like we won a playoff series and we're just sitting and waiting for everybody else to be done. Maybe in the second round last year after we beat the Leafs, but this is still just totally different being here in the first round and just having a week off at this point in the season. It's just good hockey. Now, we could use a little bit more scoring to keep us awake, but it's good hockey. All right, that's going to do it. Kyle and I will be live tomorrow morning at noon. And thank you all for coming out to all the streams. It's a Panthers channel, but we, by the end of these games, have still been having over 200 people combined on the stream. And you guys are throwing money at us, and it's just, I know I'm a pain in the ass sometimes during the year, but genuinely, we really appreciate everything that all the support that you guys give us. So genuinely, and Fluffy appreciates that too, because he needs a lot of CBD these days. We'll just put it that way. All right, so that's going to do it. Obviously, Kyle and I will be live streaming. We will be live streaming the Vegas Stars game tomorrow night that starts at 10. But I want to do it, so we're going to do it, right? So we'll probably start that stream a little bit earlier and kind of catch the end of Vancouver and Nashville, see how that goes. But we'll be doing the full Vegas Stars game tomorrow. And then Game 7 on Saturday, we'll be there as well. And then the second round should start Tuesday, right? You would think about Tuesday. I don't think there'll be any games Monday. Tuesday sounds about right. All right, everybody. Appreciate all the support. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, please. This is fun. This is just fun.